Okay, guys, I'm sitting in the car waiting for Dad, who's shopping, of course, after we worked out on New Year's Eve. We're going to go home and have sushi and champagne for lunch to start the day with Danny. Now, I wanted to read you something that I think applies to all of us that will be helpful for the New Year's coming. I'm going to read it from the book that I'm reading about the Holocaust. So I'm just going to read it to you, or some of it. This person is a clinical psychologist who wrote this book, and she survived the Holocaust. She says, I learned two of my most important phrases in any therapeutic encounter. I hear you say, and tell me more. I also learned how to read my patient's body language. I'm going to skip this and go back down here. I open myself, I make eye contact, I lean forward, I create a bridge between myself and my patients, blah, 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 blah. I scream with them, I adapt my language, blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to promote growth and healing. Studying, blah, 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 blah. Let's skip all this. If I had to name my therapy, I'd probably call it choice therapy. Let me just move this for a minute here. Here it is right here. Choice therapy is freedom about choice, about choosing compassion, humor, optimism, intuition, curiosity, and self-expression. And to be free is to live in the present. Now this is where I think it applies to all of us. It says, if we are stuck in the past and saying, if only I had gone there instead of here, or if only I'd married someone else, or if only we had done this, it doesn't help. I'm just putting my own words to it. It doesn't help to keep going back in the past and what we did do. This is the story that makes us. Then she says, we are living in a person of our own making. Likewise, if we spend our time in the future saying, I won't be happy until I graduate, or I won't be happy until I find the right person, the only place where we can exercise our freedom of choice is in the present. These are the tools my patients use to liberate themselves from role expectations, to be kind and loving people, to themselves, to stop passing or imprisoning beliefs or behaviors, to discover that love comes out as the answer in the end. I guide patients to understand both what causes and what maintains their self-defeating behaviors. The self-defeating behaviors first emerged as useful behaviors, things they did to satisfy a need, usually a need for one of the A's: approval, affection, attention. I think all this applies to all of us. Once patients can see why they developed a certain behavior, belittling others, attaching oneself to angry people, eating too little, eating too much, etc., they can take the responsibility for whatever or not they maintain the behavior. They can choose what to give up: the need for approval, the need to go shopping, the need to be perfect, etc. Because even freedom doesn't come for free. And they can learn to take better care of themselves and to discover self-acceptance. Only I can do what I can do the way I can do it. For me, this is her speaking now. For me, learning the only I can do what I can do the way I can do it meant overthrowing the compulsive achiever in me, who was always chasing more and more pieces of paper in the hopes of affirming my worth. And it meant learning to reframe my trauma, to see in my painful past evidence of my strength and gifts and opportunities for growth rather than confirmation of my weakness or damage. So anyway, I wanted to leave you guys with that thought. Today at our New Year's Eve dinner, we're going to barbecue steak. And I'm going to talk about some Kansas folklore. Can't remember what his name is. His last name's Caw. You should look him up. Kind of interesting because, we're coming into the whole Kansas thing. Anyway, sitting in the parking lot, just reading and thinking about the past and the future and how we want to live our life. So now is the day to change. This is the day to stop beating ourselves up and start being the people we want physically, mentally, and whole people, and being with people that we really are good, caring people that are going to help us in our future, be loving, caring people, and drop off the trauma, be away from people that really suffer from a lot of trauma. I feel we've had our own trauma, and I think now we need to be happy people in our bodies and our mind. I know it all sounds like whatever bullshit, but I just believe. Anyways, I want to leave you Happy New Year's. I'm sorry we're not together. Hopefully we'll see each other again sometime soon. Bye-bye. Love, Mom.